Welcome to my channel. It's your girl Nasia Nicole, and today I'll be giving you guys a story time about the time my ex left me with the bill on my birthday. Yes, you heard right, friend. He left me with the bill on my birthday. But neither here or there, let's get into it. And by the way, Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year. Now, before we get started, your girl had to eat because I'm a big bag. I don't care what y'all got to say. So I got some Chinese food. Chicken and broccoli. If you know, you know. If you don't like it, oh well, I don't care. But nah, y'all. I'm hungry. So yeah. Let's get into this story. This is really embarrassing, low-key. But whatever. So this is an ex from years ago, whatever. We're going to call him, we're going to name him Con Artist, okay? Because that's what he is, y'all. I promise that's what he is. But anyway. So, my birthday's coming up, right? Cool. I'm telling him what I want to do. Like, this is the plan. But, yeah, we can hang out if you're in town, blah, blah, blah. So, he's like, oh, I'm down, cool. So we're going to fast forward to the day of my birthday. So this man, so I say, oh, we probably could just get a hotel. That was my plan anyway, y'all. I was just going to get myself a hotel so I can stay out. But I was going to find one around the way so I didn't have to drive back and forth. Whatever, cool. So he's like, okay, yeah, let's do the hotel thing. I'm like, all right, we can go half on the hotel. I don't mind going half because at the end of the day, me and him ain't together. But it's like, all right, bet. So he's like, all right, I'll get the hotel. Cool. I'll go half with you. Doesn't matter to me. He gets the hotel. Mind you guys, it's like 6 p.m. and I'm trying to get to the club at a decent time to bring in my birthday at midnight, right? So I'm already packing my bag. I'm already ready. I'm already, showered, all that good stuff. I'm just, ready to get to the hotel, drop the stuff off, and head to my location, right? So this man says, all right, be ready at 6:30, 7 o'clock. All right, bet. I've been ready. So the time passes. Didn't hear from him. So I'm texting him like, yo, what's up? Like, I've been ready. Like, I'm trying to, get there at a decent time because I know I'm driving. So he's like, oh, yeah, I'll be ready. I'm thinking he's already dressed, showered, right? So cool. I'm on my way. He's like, all right, let's go, around 8:30, something like that. So he's like, all right, let's go. I'm ready. So I'm on my way driving to the hotel. And this man says, he calls and says, I lost my credit card. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm already at the hotel, but I lost it. So let me run back home to get it. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm still going to be on my way, low-key. So I'm like, go ahead, do what you got to do. I'm going to just run to the liquor store, grab us a bottle because the place that we're going to was mad expensive. So I've been there plenty of time. So I'm like, it's a little pricey, but I don't mind. Like I said, it's my birthday. And plus, if you guys don't know, my birthday is the 29th of December. So everything there, New Year's and, is going to be a little pricey. So whatever, cool. I expected that. I give him the rundown. I told him the whole thing. I have a portable hookah. So I ended up bringing my own hookah to the hotel. So I'm like, oh yeah, we can, do this and drink before we, get to where we're going to go. Cool. He's like, he calls back, right? As I'm on my way to the hotel, he calls back like, oh, I think we should just take one car because of the parking situation. I'm like, you know what? Another dilemma. That's another red flag. So I'm like, all right, bet. I'll just come pick you up and then head to the hotel. Mind you, it's 8:30 probably at this time, 9 o'clock, damn near, right? We get to the hotel. This man's like, what time do you want to leave? And I said, well, I already told you, I only have to get dressed and then we can dip. Like, that's it. Yeah, I kid you not. This man looks at me and says, I'm gonna take a quick shower real quick.
Please, no! 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 No!
What do you mean you're gonna take a quick shower? You had all day and you wait till damn near 9:30 to take a shower when I told you I wanted to get there at a decent time, and this club closes at 2 a.m. and we have a little drive. So I'm tight. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm tight, yo. I'm tight. I'm like, yo, hurry up. Like, hurry up. Like, is this your day or is it mine? Like, what the fuck? Sorry, I don't know if I can curse on this platform. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, so he takes a shower. He's taking his good old time. I'm just laying there listening to my music, taking my pictures, and I'm still heated, low key. So then he gets out of the shower and he just tries to play fight with me. I'm like, get off of me. Like, I'm tight. Like, let's go. I already have to drive. Like, let's go. And I'm like, bring the bottle, take shots, let's go. So I was tight. So I'm like, what are you, a female? Like, you must think you the female. As long as you taking a shower on my day, like, all right, bet, cool. So guys, mind you, I'm ticked. So I forget all about plugging up my hookah, like, for the ride. Like, I'm like, let's just go. So we get there. I'm telling him, before we get there, I'm telling him, like, yo, the hookah's pricey. I wouldn't buy the hookah. I'm not buying the hookah. I told him I'm not buying the hookah. He's like, all right, whatever, cool. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I brought my own. We can just spark up, I guess, when we get back. But we can drink this bottle because the drinks are a little pricey. Usually when I get in there, I get like one drink and a shot. And I get the food. I be cool. Like, I be vibing, whatever, cool. I tell him all of this. And then I tell him I usually park in a parking garage near the place. So I get in the parking garage and I'm like, the parking garage thing to, like, get out of the parking garage, usually, you know, you have to keep putting your card in until it works for us to get out. So I'm telling him all that. So I told him all this, and, you know, he's like, all right, bet. We get out of the car, we walk up to the place. The dude, usually it's $20 to get into this place that I'm at, right? But that night it was 10, so I paid for him to get in. Red flag number 2, y'all. 3. This is like 3 flags. I ain't gonna hold you. So, cool. We get upstairs. As soon as we sit down, this man says to the waitress, "Can I get a hookah?"
What? What the fuck?
Did we not just have this conversation in the car? So, you know, I'm like, I ain't sweating it. He gonna put it on his tab. Cool. Right? We having a good time. We drinking, da-da-da. The waiter comes back. I told him to order this certain drink. I that I like. So I told him to order the certain drink I like, which was a strawberry and honey drink that they served there, which is really good. Because I'm like, yo, you can try it, da-da-da. And then I order shots of Don. Like, maybe 1 or 2. And the waitress comes over, and he's like, oh, why don't you take a shot with us? What you mean take a shot with us? So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm already lit. You know how you get lit on your birthday? You just like vibing with everybody. So I'm like, yeah, take a shot. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. She take a shot with us. And then he's like, take another one. She comes back over, takes another one. But really, she's not supposed to be doing this with us. Cool, right? Well, then we order food and whatever. Cool. The tab comes. We having a good time, guys. We had a good time. But then the bill comes, and apparently he's telling me, like, I snatched the bill out of his hand and I gave the lady my credit card. So I'm like, okay, cool. Before he can look at the tab, whatever, cool. So I end up paying. It's not registering me that I paid because I'm lit. Like, it's my birthday. I'm lit. Like, I'm excited. So we leave the club. We get in the car. He ends up driving my car back. Cool. We're gonna just fast forward this night, y'all. We had a good night, granted, right? Right. You know how it went, right? Cool. The next morning comes, right? And he gets in the shower again. I'm like, this nigga must be, like, really filthy because he just keeps getting in this motherfucking shower. Cool. Gets out of the shower. And it's like 11:30 maybe. Cool. We are past checkout time at this hotel. But before he leaves, like, I brush my teeth. Do you have toothpaste? Why this man always traveling without toothpaste? Yeah, I got toothpaste. Cool. I hand him my toothpaste that I have. He used it. Cool, right? We end up rushing out because he's like, oh, I'm past the time. Let's go. I'm like, all right, bet. I packed. My stuff was low-key already packed. I just had to get dressed. And he just was already dressed, right? So we get out the hotel. We go downstairs. And I was about to hand the key cards to the ladies. And he's like, no, we're already late. Let's not do that. I'm like, what? Are they going to charge you if you don't return their key cards? Like, I'm not sure. Like, he's like, no, just put it in my book bag. Let's go. I'm like, that's weird. I've never been with anybody that doesn't want to return the key cards regardless if they're late or not. But cool. We get in the car. I take him all the way back to his house. Still driving, y'all. Still driving, right? Cool. I don't ask for gas, nothing, because mind you, the day of my birthday or the day before my birthday, I filled the car up with gas. I didn't ask the man for gas, nothing, none of that, right? So I'm like, cool, dropped him off. He didn't say a word about nothing, right? So this is where it goes left, y'all. So I tried to go to the store to use my card the next day. After I drop him off, cool, I'm running errands. I still have bills to pay, right? Run it back. Before the night came, before the whole hotel came, we're going to run it back a little bit. Before the hotel stuff happened, I said, I'm on a budget. I texted this man. I said, I'm on a budget. I don't want to go over budget limit because it's still the holidays and my sister's birthday was coming up and I still have bills. Cool. I said, I'm on a budget. Cool. Mind y'all. Just remember that. So the next day comes, I try to go use my card and it says, the person's like, yo, your card's closed. I'm like, what do you mean? I have money on my card. What do you mean? What do you mean? I still have money on my card. What do you mean? So I luckily I had cash in my pocket and I used that. Whatever I had in cash, I just used that. Whatever. Cool. I get in the car and I'm like going through my app and I'm like, it says I have money. So I'm calling the bank, right? So I end up calling the bank. And they're like, oh, yeah, we closed your card because we just thought it was something suspicious. Did you go to this lounge? I'm like, yeah, I did. I spent that. But wait, you'll back up just a little bit. I'm just a little bit. Before I called the bank, I looked at the price of how much I spent at this lounge. I never spent this much ever at a lounge or this lounge in particular ever in my life. I promise you, ever in my life. So I was a little confused on why that bill was so pricey. So the bank's like, oh, yeah, and did you use your card? We see that your card was swiped over 6 times at this parking garage. Mind y'all, I did not drive us back because I was so incoherent that he had to drive my car back to where we lived or whatever. So I was like, I didn't swipe my card 6 times. So I was a little tight there. I'm like, I didn't swipe my card 6 times. Like, what the fuck? Like, bet. So they're like, oh, you're gonna have to come in and get a new card. I'm like, all right, man, all right, let me just hurry up. Went to the bank, got a new card. So I ended up texting him. I'm like, yo, so what happened? Because this is the amount that I spent. And I told him the amount because it was a big amount. And I'm like, I know I wasn't alone that night. So I texted him. I'm like, yo, this is the amount and this is crazy. I've never spent this much before in my life at no lounge. Cool, bet. So he texts back and says, and then I told him, I'm like, yo, you swiped my card 6 times without telling me the next day. Like, I drove you this place and that place, and you didn't tell me, like, you swiped my card more than 6 times. So he goes to say, y'all, he says, oh, I didn't know we spent that much. Did I hear you? We or me? Me. I said I spent that much, right? So then he said, oh, you were right there. Like, I said, but you knew I was drunk and you drove my car because you kept saying I was so drunk and you didn't, you were, more coherent than I was. So you drove and I'm cool with that. But for you to swipe my card 6 times and didn't say anything, I said, they locked my card because, you used my card. And then he said, I even tried mine about a couple times and it didn't work. But then eventually yours went through again. Oh, so you didn't pay for shit, right? So then I was like, I told you, though, about this place. Like, I told you. So I said, I told you I was on a budget before we got there. It's in the text messages. He was like, I don't remember you saying you had stuff to pay and that you were on a budget. I said, whether I told you or whether, you remembered or not, it's still my money. It's still, like, it's like, what do you mean? I'm grown. You're grown. Like, what? And then he was like, I didn't know that it was going to be that expensive there. I said, you're a grown man. You can ask questions and you can look at the menu. And I already told you all of this stuff prior to us even getting here. So what is the issue? Like, and then he going to say, y'all, he had the nerve to say, oh, I'm not coming to no hookah lounge to sit there and not have hookah. What? There was plenty of people there that didn't have hookah. Like, and who are you? And then he was like, and I was going to put the hookah on my tab. I said, so why didn't you put the hookah on your tab? You didn't pay for nothing. You didn't put nothing on nothing, right? I said, you know what? Let's just split the bill and call it even. You know, like I said, I didn't come alone. So I guess he felt some type of way because I'm like, let's split it. And then he waits a whole day to respond back. He goes, so what was your idea when he was like, what was your plan or idea when we walked into the lounge? Isn't it my birthday? What do you mean my idea or plan? Like, I said, well, when I go there, I usually get a drink, food, maybe a shot or two. Cool, but I've never spent that much in my life. I said, it's both of us. Like why not? It's my birthday. I would never allow nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't expect you to pay the whole bill because I'm there. Like, I don't mind, but like, damn. So he goes to say, oh, so how did you want to split this bill, do this bill, whatever? And I'm like, we can just split it even or just pay for your portion. I said, pay for your portion and I will take my portion, which was the drinks, you know, and the food. Cool. I will take that on because, you know, and I did invite you out. Cool. This food's so good, y'all. So I was like, I'll just take my portion, you take your portion. This man proceeds to respond back in text message and says, oh, I didn't know you was going to go Dutch, meaning split the bill in half. Yeah, that's what he said. So I was like, yeah, like, that would just be right. Like, I said, I spent way too much. I said, usually when I go out with my friends or just people in general, we split the bill. Like, we all had fun. We all were there together. Like, me and my people, we usually split the bill with no problem. And if it's somebody's birthday, we pay for their birthday. No problem. But I texted him back. I said, if you didn't have it, you shouldn't have came out. And I would have been cool. I would have had somebody else come out with me. Like, simple. So, like, and I said, and it's about the principle of the whole situation, like, that you're not getting. Like, I'm not mad, but, like, come on, dude. Like, you the man. Like, come on, dude. Like, you didn't want to split the bill, and then he's talking about, oh, I'm going to pay you when I get paid, and then he makes an excuse talking about, oh, I didn't get paid for the holidays, so my check is a little short, I said, cool, to be expected. I'm not mad at that, but, like, come on, like, if it was you, I wouldn't expect you to pay that much for your birthday, and I would have easily, you know what I'm saying? So then he was like, I tried to take the bill from you, but if I tried to take it, that means I was going to help pay. But you didn't. And you didn't the next day when I drove you home. You didn't say anything. You were sitting in the car mute. You didn't cash at me. You didn't say anything. So, like, you didn't say anything to me. So, I'm supposed to just go with that? Like, I had to call the bank for them to tell me what happened on my birthday. And you didn't. And you was there with me, not the bank. What the fuck? Like I said, I was like, it's just the principle about the whole situation. Like, if you really was going to do or cash at me or this, and the third, then you should have did it, like, without me having to ask, without anything. Even if I did snatch the check because I'm drunk and I put my credit card, you could have easily snatched the check out my hand and said, nah, take my card. Or on the side, told her, like, yo, take my card. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or, like I said, cashed at me. But he didn't. I had to text him and see what was up. So, and then I was like, I'm not a user, so that's might be something that you're used to doing. You might be used to like using other females and letting them do so much for you, but I'm not that girl no more. Like, I'm not that. Like, find somebody else to do it. So he was like, nah, I'm not like that either. That's not me, but I would have did this and da-da-da. I said, but you didn't. I said, you didn't, though. Like, you're missing the whole point. You didn't. I had to reach out to you. So basically, he wanted to go back and forth about the whole situation, saying I egged the waitress on to drink the shot, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, it doesn't matter. Like, I did all this, and I told you I was on a budget. I told you this, I told you that, and you disregarded all of that and disrespected me. Like, and you just want to get your rocks off, like, at the end of the night. So, like, yeah. But lesson learned for me, like, never again. I told him never again. I said, I don't need nothing else from you. You know, I don't expect you to do nothing. Oh, and pause. Speaking of expect, y'all, this man had the nerve to say, oh, when I texted him about the whole bill and stuff like that, he was like, oh, I expected that you were going to pay for the food and drinks and I was going to cover the hookah. I said, how do you expect that from somebody? Especially expect that from somebody that it's their birthday. Like, you expected me to have it. What if I didn't have it at the time? You just expect me to have yours and mine together and the waitress's shots? That's messy. Yeah, so I responded back and said, yo, that's foul. Like, I would never expect anybody or you at that to just cover it without opening your mouth. Mind you, he's an Aquarius, y'all. He don't say nothing. He just has a stare. He just doesn't communicate. He just wants it his way or no way. So I was just like, that's foul for you to expect anything out of me. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. I said I would never. But I said, that's why I told you we're going to split the bill, because you expecting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's messed up. So we're going back and forth. I said, you know what? I'm not arguing about my money to you. Like, it's my money. Like, you trying to make it seem right or make it seem like a way. Like, no. Right is right. Yeah, so we went back and forth. And you know, this man, he sent me, you know how much he sent me, y'all? He sent me $112. You know what? I was okay with it. I prayed about it. I said, God, you know what? It is what it is. I'll make my money right back like that. Like, it's cool. I'm not even jacking it. But, like, at the end of the day, like, you foul, bro. I said, I don't need nothing else from you. I said, you sent me what you wanted to send me, and that's okay. I take the rest of that, but just never again. It's never happening again. Like, and then he tried to send me a whole nother, and I just didn't even read it, y'all, because it's pointless. I'm not going back and forth for somebody who owe me money or somebody who's arguing about my money and what I spent. Like, that's foul. Like, I've never went out with somebody like that in my life, like, ever. And especially a man at that does that is weird to me. Like, I see why. Like, I ran and the other chicken heads ran too, because, like, I was telling my friends and certain family about the situation, and they was like mad for me. They like, yo, I'm mad for you. Like, they was like, it's your birthday, brother. You was going to buy a whole bottle for yourself that night at the club or whatever you wanted to buy. It's your birthday. You can buy it because you had it. But the fact that he's a grown man and just are fighting you for your money is crazy. Like, what? It was crazy, y'all. I could not believe it. And I was like, God, you already showed me him one time we were dating. And now you're showing me him twice, like, true colors. I said, God, I'm scared for a third, and it's not happening again. Like, the third, it would just never happen. Like, I'm cool. I learned my lesson. He's just done for in my life, because, somebody else can have him deal with it. I am not dealing with that. Never again in my life. Never again in my life, y'all. Like, this is not the first time he's done me dirty on my birthday. Like, even when we dated before, I remember it was one year. He bought me one gift. Cool. I'm grateful for it. Cool. But when his birthday come around, I make sure you have a good time. I'm, whatever. Cool. Neither here nor there. I've driven around the other year for my birthday in my car, taking him to see his family because he came to town. Like, and he got mad if I didn't take him to go see his family. I'm like, it's not your day. Like, that's so rude. But I learned my lesson. Never again. Like, he got it. I'll make my money back like I always do. I'm a Capricorn. We all about our money. So, it is what it is. Lesson learned. Thank God that that's over. That chapter's over in my life. But, yeah, y'all. That was just crazy for me. But, yeah. I don't know. Never again. I know that much. Never again. The best drink ever, y'all. Come on, get with it or get with it. Hold on. So, moral of the story is, y'all, ladies, know your worth. Don't settle. Don't go back to those exes ever. They're never going to change. They ain't changed the first time. They ain't changing the second time. Don't hang out with brokies. Make sure they got their own crib, car, and money. Okay? And yeah, Do your big one. Because that was unacceptable, y'all. I'm a little embarrassed and ashamed to even tell this story, but it's okay. Lesson learned. It might can help somebody out there. So yeah, ladies, 2025 is our year, okay? We're gonna find new lovers and partners. We're gonna do our big one, getting married, having children in a big house, big plans with our big God, amen. So thank you guys for tuning in to the story time. Please let me know if y'all like my story times, or if y'all want to hear more story times, because I got a lot, girl. I got a lot. Okay, like I could write a book, but like I have a lot. Let me know if you want to hear a story time about how me and old boy, the con artist, ended, how we got together, all the above. Let me know, because I have story times for days, y'all. Like, but thank you guys for watching. But yeah, y'all, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.